Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now today, man, I'm here to talk about this unfortunate situation. As y'all all know, reports came out about the young Chicago, this little tiny baby, man, 7 years old. She was murdered. And so when reports first came out about the situation, everyone immediately felt heartbroken because a 7-year-old child was murdered. And automatically everybody felt for her and her father, right? Now the father's name is Jontae Adams, but he has another name that he goes by in the streets, which is his Instagram handle as well, Richway_Tilla. Now he's a rapper from the west side of Chicago, and he was the target actually of the fatal shooting that took place that resulted in his 7-year-old daughter losing her life. Now, a lot of people, they saying stop the gun violence, stop the gun violence. These shootings are becoming too familiar. But the thing is, what nobody's understanding, and I don't see the media covering this, that this shooting actually was a target hit. It was targeted. It wasn't just a random hit. It wasn't just a random act of violence. And as everyone felt bad for him and his family, like I said, it came out that he had some troubling ways that may have actually fueled this situation to take place. Alright, and I'm gonna be the one to report it, so we're gonna get into all that, man. Now, before we get into the video, I need y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you aren't. I swear it's lit here. Alright, make sure you join the Anonymous gang to stay tuned with some of the hottest content. And without wasting any more of y'all time, let's get straight into it. Alright, right. A 7-year-old girl is dead and her 29-year-old father hospitalized after they were shot in a McDonald's drive-thru on Chicago's west side, CBS Chicago reported. Late Sunday. They say that the shooters are still on the loose. It says the station says a Chicago police officer rushed Jaslyn Adams, my bad y'all, to a hospital after she was found in a bullet-ridden car sitting in a McDonald's drive-thru. Now, I'm assuming that Jaslyn Adams is actually the young girl that was shot and killed. She was only 7 years old, man. It says that she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators said Jaslyn was hit multiple times around her body. Family members said her father, Jontae Adams, which is 29, was also hit. It says Chicago police say he was shot in the upper body. He was taken to the same hospital as his daughter and was reported in serious condition, but he's expected to live. Now that's hard. That gotta be hard, man. As a parent, everyone, you just have to feel for this man, feel for the family. Like, no matter what the situation was because of, no matter what went down, man, to lose a child, to lose your child at the tender age of 7, this child didn't even have a chance to live, man. And judging from the pictures and the little videos that he put up on his Instagram and that's floating around, it just seems that she was full of life. She had a whole life ahead of her, and it had to be cut short due to violence, right? Now, it says that investigators said Jaslyn was hit multiple times around her body. Family members and her father, Jontae Adams, 29, was also hit. It says Chicago police said he was shot in the upper body. He was taken to the same hospital. We already read that. So it's the same thing. At least 30 shell casings surrounded the vehicle after the shooting at 4:18 p.m. CBS Chicago said the tinted windows on one side were shot out. There were bullet holes in the frame and back window as well. It wasn't clear if the shooting was targeted, but authorities haven't said the public is at risk. The Chicago Sun-Times says a McDonald's employee who asked not to be identified told it was 2 people that got out of a gray car in the drive-thru and started shooting at Adams' car. It says Jaslyn's grandmother said Jontae Adams called her as soon as the shooting happened, saying they shot my baby. Now, like I said, that's tough. He was shot. They saying it was serious condition, but he was coherent enough to call, his mother and tell that he was shot and they shot his baby girl as well. But now let's get into the juicy part, right? Now, it's been brought to my attention how the suspects actually got the victim in his daughter's location. Now get this. According to the reports, they say the Chicago police have released a list of criminals that was a part of scamming the Chicago's PPP loan system. Now, we all know when there's large money like that, of course, guys are definitely going to find a way to get it. Now, according to statistics, they say as of October of last year, 2020, $22 billion of the PPP loans money that's supposed to go to struggling small businesses in Chicago have made the way into criminals' pockets by them filing for fraudulent loans through stealing people's identities and falsifying data. Sheesh. 22 billion is a lot of money, man. Now, come on, we all know that guys is out there doing what they do, and you know, the SBA, the PPP, we already know what's going on. But 22 billion alone in Chicago, that's crazy. Now, y'all ask, listen, what does this have to do with anything, Hookah? Well, listen, Jontae, aka Richway Tilla, was listed as one of those PPP loan scammers on a list that the Chicago PD put out in efforts to catch these guys, right? The only bad part about that is that the list actually included these criminals' home addresses, and now everyone who was on the on that list, their information and whereabouts was exposed. All thanks to the Chicago PD. Now, yes, this guy was a scammer, whatever he was doing in the streets, but I don't care what anybody says. That don't warrant his life, you know, to be in jeopardy, and his daughter's life to be taken away. And on top of that, Chicago PD should have known better, especially with all the killing that go on in Chicago. Like, you can't sit there and tell me that nobody in the within the Chicago PD system sat there and say, yo, listen, this isn't a good idea. We releasing these guys' whereabouts. Like, come on. Even out here, they don't do nothing like that. And I don't know. We gotta look into that. Is that legal? Like, was that legal for them to do that? Because now, guess what? That costed this man's almost his life, but his daughter's life that was just 7 years old, man. Now, ironically, I made a post earlier talking about how cops would allow criminals to stay on the street because they feel it's only a matter of time before they kill each other off. So the police allow it to happen in a sense. I mentioned that in the video I did on Julio Fulio and Youngin Ace. Now, it's no way of proving it per se that they had any knowledge that this would go on, but a lot of things don't add up, and this is one of them. We all can agree that it was stupid on the cops' behalf to sit there and put these guys' full addresses and info out there and expected there not to be any repercussions. Come on. But now, let's continue on to some more juicy parts. Right now, listen, first of all, God bless the soul of the young girl that was killed. I'm gonna just continue to say that, man, because like I said, it's unfortunate. Nobody deserves to lose their lives, especially a young 7-year-old girl. But I've come to find out that her father, Jontae, aka Richway 12, he was no saint, and in fact, he was playing heavy in them streets. Now, one thing I keep telling y'all, man, if you playing heavy in the streets, keep the babies out of it. All right, if you know you playing heavy in them streets, you can't just be out and about with your kids or innocent people, because these guys you disrespecting, they not gonna care. Yes, there's codes to the streets, but when you cross a certain line, and especially nowadays, listen, all that street code, listen, them things is out the window. Nobody cares. They want you to feel the same hurt that you caused them. Now, do I think they meant to kill that baby? No. But however, they wanted him so bad that they didn't even care. That's how bad they wanted him. They didn't care whether he had a kid. They didn't care whether his mother was in the car. They didn't care whether an innocent bystander. They don't care if anybody that had nothing to do with the situation was in the car. They still did what they had to do. And when I say did what they had to do, that's not me agreeing. I know what's going on. Now, I'm going to get into what I'm talking about. There's a video floating around of Jontae, aka Richway 12, actually peeing on the grave. Listen, peeing on the grave of one of his ops. In the video, I'm I'm not sure if it's him, but you see his face. He's in there. So it's him and whatever guys, 3 other guys that he was with. They spitting on their Opps grave. They actually went to one of their Opps gravesite and took the time to urinate on that gravesite, to spit on that gravesite. And some people even say they took, a number 2 on it. That's how crazy and the extent that these guys went. Now, when the PPP whole loans, the list came out about these guys, the scammers or whatever, yes, everyone knew it had their addresses on it. And it came out that he was aware that he was on that list. But he joked about it. He joked about the Opps actually knowing his whereabouts. I put it up there, the screenshot, whatever the case may be. But he said something to the extent of, like, yo, I guess the Opps is going to be downstairs waiting for me. And guess what? An hour, no more than an hour after he posted that tweet. It was a tweet or instant. No, it was a tweet. No more than an hour, his Opps actually caught him at that McDonald's. So like I said, they wanted his head badly, man. The news, they saying it was not a targeted hit, or they don't know if it was a targeted hit. It definitely was. And I'm just reading, like, not too long ago, that he actually gained enough consciousness to speak to the police. And they was asking him what's going on, and he said he refused to name any names. He's going out like that. He don't care. He refused to name any names. I went to his Instagram. He's reposting pictures of his little girl. So I guess he's conscious. He may still be in the hospital, whatever the case may be, but he's conscious enough to know what's going on around him or whatever, and not, I guess, tell the cops anything. Is it sticking to the street code? Who knows? But I gotta tell y'all, man, playing in the streets is dangerous. I just want to put my 2 cents in there, because a lot of people, they saying that it's just a random act of gun violence. They think it's just people shooting out sporadically. It wasn't a targeted. No, this was a targeted hit. They wanted his head because of that video that's floating around. I seen the video. I know the video. I'm gonna put the link to the video in the description, because I'm not gonna post that. I don't want none of that bad karma on me, man. But karma is something else. Be very careful of the actions you take. Be very careful of the things you do. Be very careful and mindful of the streets. I always tell people, stop playing with the streets. They have bad consequences. It's either jail or it's death. And as cliche as that sound, it's the truth. So like I said, y'all figure it out, man. That's just my whole take on this. I know a lot of y'all wasn't aware of what was going on. Y'all think this just was like a random act of violence, but it actually wasn't. It was a targeted hit for this guy, Richway 12, making that video, going to his Opps gravesite. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment box below. Like I said, I'm gonna put the link to the video in the description, and y'all could just make whatever decision or conclusion up in your own head and take it from there, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.